Welcome to the Love Story Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Green, where we are capturing the magic of every love story.
Okay, well, welcome.
Okay.
So Minnesotan.
Yes. Hello. Welcome
Hi.
to the Love Story Podcast.
Thank you.
We have Kayla. She is here today to talk to us about her love story. So, how long have you and Jon been married?
2 years.
Okay. Yes. Which is 2 years ago that I was in the Boundary Waters.
Yes.
Yeah, as your wedding florist away on location.
Yes.
Okay, so you and Jon, you have been together, married together for a couple of years. And how long were you together before you got married?
8 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
Okay.
We celebrated 10 years together.
Wow. Okay, so we have a lot of history to cover, so we can
Yep.
jump right in. So, how did you and Jon meet?
We actually met online.
Okay.
On Match.com.
Okay. Okay, so was this 10 years ago would have been app was
Yes.
okay.
Pre-app.
Okay. So Match.com. So you are, as you're going through all of this, what prompted you to go on, take the hunt online?
Sure. I had a couple of coworkers that both met, well, a good friend of mine and then a couple coworkers that had met their spouses online.
Okay.
And they knew I had been single for a while. And they're like, you have to try it. You have to try it. And I was like, I've tried it. It's not for me. It just is, it's weird.
Yes.
And they're like, no, the paid ones are different.
Okay.
Try this one, because they both had used this app or this site, Match.com. And the ones I had used before were free. And I was like, I'm going to give it 1 month.
Yeah.
And after that 1 month, you guys can leave me alone.
Yes.
So that's
Okay.
how I tried the online thing again.
Okay.
Was through a couple coworkers.
And how old were you at this point?
Oh, I must have been 25.
Okay.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. So you're like, we're going to start. We're going to, I'm going to give it a try. How long into it did you and Jon connect?
It was 4 days until my subscription ended.
Oh, okay. So describe what Match.com was like. How does that work? Because I know it's different with the apps and it's the swiping and all of that.
Yeah.
Do you just heart a bunch of people or what's kind of the process?
So you can either you make a profile and you put a little bit about you and some pictures and things like that, and then you can set a radius, and they send you matches
Okay.
with people that kind of match what you're looking for.
Okay.
So you fill out that part, a bunch of questions about what you're looking for,
Okay.
and they match you with people in your radius.
Okay.
So, and you can either say yes or no to them,
Okay.
and either person can start a conversation,
Okay.
and you can wink at people.
Okay.
So, yeah, instead of liking on Facebook,
Yeah.
it's like a wink.
Okay. So was Jon your first and only that you had matched with, or were you kind of been interested in a couple of people, but nothing really panned out until you were ready to be done?
There was nobody that I matched with that I thought would be a good match for me. So
Okay.
I expanded my radius by 5 miles
Oh.
and did my own, because you can search on your own too.
Okay.
And so just kind of was browsing and he popped up. And so I sent him a wink.
Okay.
And so then he messaged me.
Okay. So what was it about him or his profile? Was it ooh, this is he's kind of a hot looking guy, or were you oh, there's a lot of commonalities here? What's kind of
Yes,
the, okay.
both of those.
Both? Okay.
Yes, very cute.
Yeah.
He had some pictures with friends at theater, going to musicals, and we had a lot of common interests.
Okay.
And I just liked his whole profile. There wasn't anything about it that I didn't like.
Sure.
So,
Okay. So he reaches out to you, and what's kind of his opening line? Just hey?
I don't even remember his first message, and I kick myself often that I didn't save it, because I think
Yes.
it would have been really cute to have it still. But
Yeah.
if my memory serves me correctly, it was something about my eyes or my smile
Okay.
that he gave me a compliment.
Yes. Okay. So he's starting off very strong, very well. Okay. So how long had he been on? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay. So you're just whatever, the past is the past. We're here in this moment.
Yep.
You think I have nice eyes and smile, so we're going to just start going.
Yep.
Okay. So how long were you communicating online before you did you give plan a date or give phone numbers or?
I think it was about 3 weeks. I had a wedding out of country
Okay.
that I was going to with my parents. It was my mom's cousin. And so we were chatting online and we met, I think it was about 2.5 or 3 weeks after connecting.
Okay.
So
So did you like was this would have been central Minnesota because you're from here. Is he also from here?
he's from Litchfield.
Litchfield. Okay. And so did you meet kind of in this area? Was he living in this area?
No, he came up here.
Okay.
So we planned to meet at Jules Bistro.
Okay.
So we had dinner. That was our very first date.
Okay. I had a first date at Jules Bistro
Yeah.
too, back when it was like
The one side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, before what it is now. I think
Yep.
when the old owner owned it and everything.
Sure.
Yeah. It was, I mean, it's just a cute little
Yes.
first date spot.
And great food.
Yeah.
It's quaint.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you had this would have been 10 years ago. You had your first date at Jules Bistro.
Yep.
Okay. And like, how was it? Were you nervous? Did he come pick you up? Did you meet at the restaurant? What was
We met there.
okay.
I was nervous.
Yes.
Very nervous.
Okay.
But it went so well. We just chatted, like very easy to talk to, and yeah, we met there.
Okay.
So
So then you're just chatting, hanging out, and then did you go to a second location after that, or was it like, okay, nice to chat with you?
yep.
Okay. Any first date smooches, anything?
No, we hugged,
Okay.
which I was very grateful for because I had been on many dates prior to that where they just like try to come in for a kiss and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, not feeling that.
Yeah.
And not that I wasn't feeling that with John. It just it showed a lot of respect that he didn't just
Yes.
assume that that was okay.
Yes.
And so we hugged. He walked me to my vehicle. We hugged goodbye, and that was the end of our date.
Okay. And then how long after date 1 to date 2 was it like, I gotta see this guy again?
Man, I mean, we talked right away after.
Sure.
But I want to say it was a week or two after for our second date. Mm-hmm. No, it was 10 years ago.
It's funny because this is central Minnesota and everybody is connected. It's the 6 degrees of central Minnesota.
Yes, absolutely.
Riva Van Vliet is going to be, so the next episode to launch, but she and I recorded a couple of months ago. And so her mom used to own Jules Bistro.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. So that's,
Oh, goodness.
it is the central Minnesota story of everybody knows everybody or is affiliated in some way
Connected
with
in some
everybody.
way. Yeah.
Yes. So it's funny because when Riva was on, she was very like, it's like, okay, Matt, we got to like move on to the next step and like we're here and we're going and things move very quickly. But you guys, it's a kind of, I mean, you guys dated for 8 years before you got married. So, okay. And you went from 2 weeks between date to date and everything. So was there, in your mind, are you like, we're not in any hurry here. Like we're just kind of getting to know, like you took the longest amount of time to get to know each other. Or like, was it just like, you're just a busy person, he's a busy person and you're like, let's just.
Yeah, our schedule. So he worked. He was a EMT in the hospital in Litchfield, and so his schedule was 2 p.m. to 11.
Okay. Date
I
time.
worked normal 9 to 5 at a residential facility here in St. Cloud. So our schedules didn't line up very often.
Okay.
And then it was an hour and 5-minute drive.
Okay.
So
Yes.
there was some distance there.
Sure.
Which made it a little bit harder. But
And do you feel like that was overall, like when you think about your story from like the time that you met 10 years ago to now, do you feel like you are happy that you took the most amount of time to go through this whole process and that like you couldn't rush into things right away? Or are you like, maybe we missed out on some time that we could have spent because of work schedules not lining up?
I mean, I'm happy with the way things turned out. So I don't know that I would. I mean, I always wanted to be closer to him and be with him more. But at the same time, like if it meant that things wouldn't be how they are now, I don't know that I wanted them to go any faster. But yeah, I think it turned out well. So
Yeah. So, okay, walk
it
me
wasn't like
through-
a choice to have it go super slow.
Sure. It just kind of like things naturally just kind of went at the pace that it went at. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the 10 years like? The dating thing, you're going on dates every couple of weeks and like, are you texting constantly, talking constantly? Okay. So then you're really just, would you say that communication then is a solid foundation for your relationship? I mean,
Yeah.
you would imagine it would have to be if that's
Yes.
the bulk of your, okay.
Yep. We made it a point to stay connected.
Yeah.
Even though there was distance there.
Sure.
And then he started school, I think like a month after we started dating.
Yes.
That was part of his plan. That also played a factor in like how fast things went, so to speak. But I don't feel like there was I didn't know him soon.
Sure.
Like, I felt like I knew him really well right off the bat.
Yeah. And then so it just kind of feels like life is just consistently busy then for you. So then did you have for the everybody who's listening, you have a farm.
Yes.
Okay, so did you have the farm at that time too?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys kind of have a lot of different things, different directions that you're going.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to go to the farm, I got to do that. Are you living in St. Cloud at that time?
No, so I lived in Cold Spring
Okay,
with my parents at the time because I had moved back from the cities where I was going to grad school.
okay,
And just didn't really know. I wasn't sure where I was going to end up. When I moved to St. Cloud was actually when we moved in together.
sure,
So,
okay,
and that was about 4 years in. I
okay.
think. Three or 4 years in.
So the first 3-4 years of your relationship before you move in together, what are you guys you're kind of connecting whenever you can?
Yeah.
Like getting to know each other's family and all of that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, we saw each other most weekends.
Okay.
There's obviously like times we were with friends or he would be hunting or whatever so we'd go 2 weeks without physically seeing each other, but still calling and texting and things like that. So
Yeah. When did you know, okay, this is the one? At what point were you like, I assume after you guys connected, you were like, I'm deleting my Match account and whatever.
Yep.
Okay. So you're doing, I mean, obviously a lot of patience in your relationship and
Yes.
things kind of going along. Did he give you any indication that he was like, yeah, you're the one for me?
I mean, yes. I mean, I don't know that, we talked about marriage and I'm a complicated human being, if you know anything about my family. So there was like some apprehension for marriage there at first.
Okay.
Just because if you don't grow up in an entrepreneurial family, that can be a little bit overwhelming for folks. And I don't want to speak for him on that either, but that's kind of the sense that I got. But I was okay either way.
Sure.
Because I knew he was my person.
Okay.
And I felt that he also felt the same way.
Yeah.
So the whole legal piece of it wasn't like the end all be all.
Sure. So that
Yeah.
would be kind of an explanation for the dating for 8 years where it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So then as you're going through this whole journey, like at what point, like who dropped the L bomb first? How long into it was
Oh,
that?
That was a month in. And that
Okay.
was Jon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's surprise. Well, I guess it doesn't necessarily surprise me, but it doesn't not surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see it coming?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that his actions or anything like that spoke
Right.
otherwise. He's just not a very emotionally vocal person.
Sure.
So that's the piece that I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like that feels really good.
And is he would you say one of your more first serious relationships, or had you been like in and out of the dating pool and you were just like, ugh, I just can't do another like long-term relationship that doesn't go anywhere, or like what's kind of your relationship history like?
Yeah, so I had one other serious partner. I was with him for 6.5 years. And
Okay.
that was just like really not healthy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good relationship. After that ended, I saw one other person, went on a couple of dates, and that was the first time I had been online dating. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. That's not my jam.
Yeah.
That's super annoying. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
And then it was 2 years, I think, before I had met
Okay.
Jon.
And was the relationship something that you like had that been something that you had always really want? Like I know people who are just like they're very like relationship driven and
Yep.
they like that they know that that's what they want and that whatever, but it seems like I mean for the amount of patience that you've had for like 2 years of not dating really anybody or anything like that, was it just kind of did you like have this feeling of like it'll happen when it's going to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like I don't date just to date.
Okay.
Or date just to have fun. I mean, dating is fun, but
Right.
like getting to know people is fun, but I knew that I wanted to be in a long-term relationship, and if it wasn't going to be serious one, then I wasn't going to be involved with it. So so yeah, it was just very I would say relationship driven,
Sure.
focused, like you
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
It's an interesting like other side of it because my son who like he never wanted to date in middle school, and
Yeah.
I think I've told this story on the podcast before where he was very like there's no point in dating if you're just like in middle school and it's not going to go anywhere, and I was like I don't know, but isn't it kind of like fun to
Yeah.
just like get to know people and like test out different like get to know what you want out of a relationship or what you don't want out of a
Yeah.
relationship or whatever, and he was like absolutely not. And my daughter is the opposite where she's just like she has a crush on everybody, and it's this whole like. And I feel like I was more like my daughter in that way, where I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, everybody is like a dateable person or a crushable person or whatever.
Sure.
And then you just like live 1,000 different lives. But like from the opposite perspective, like where do you feel like I would assume you have to have a pretty strong sense of self if you are not needing to like, because I think there's two different ways of doing it, where it's like if you're dating people, you're kind of getting feedback about yourself and about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you aren't doing that, I would imagine it's very much a like you, I would imagine, have a pretty strong sense of what you want and you don't need to test that.
I mean, I think you can have a strong sense of self either way,
Sure.
right? I think there's, without getting to know somebody, you don't know
Sure.
if they're going to be a good match. I mean, there are certain things, obviously, that you're like, yeah, no, that wouldn't jive with my life.
Yeah.
Right? But I think, especially like as a young person, yeah, I mean, it's exploring how you fit with people.
Sure.
So I think you can have a strong sense of self either way.
He drops the L-bomb. You didn't see it coming. And you were like, okay. And did you right away, did you say it back? Or were you like, whoa, buddy, pump the brakes?
No, I definitely said it
Okay.
right back because I had been thinking about it
Sure.
as well. I just didn't know when the right time would be. So
Okay.
I was very thankful that he dropped it
Yes.
because that gave
Took
me
all the
permission.
stress.
Yeah,
Yes.
it took off all the stress. Thanks, John.
Okay. And had you met his family at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had.
And did you like, what was your impression of his family? Were you like, oh, I can totally see like where this guy comes from, and like, or were you just like, wow, they're like, what's kind of the family dynamic?
Yeah, I loved his family right off the bat.
Okay.
Which was a huge thing for me.
Yes.
Because family is really important to me. So I definitely wanted to have a partner that had a strong sense of family and that I got along with his family, because you hear that story all the time. We're like, oh,
Yes.
my in-laws, and I just,
Yes.
what a drag. Like, I
Yeah.
did not want that. So the first time I met his parents, we went to, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the word now. It's like a big open field and a bunch of different vendors come with their,
Like a craft fair, or like
it
a,
wasn't a craft fair. It was like thrifting, but
oh, sure,
antiques
like a
and
flea
stuff
market.
Thank you, flea
Yes.
market. So we went to the flea market because his mom is super crafty and loves
Okay.
to like take old things and make new things out of them, and that was super fun. And they're just like the most lovely people. And he has one older brother.
Okay.
We don't get to see them as often, but he's married and has 2 kids. So just wonderful folks.
Were they married and like had the kids? Like, was that like you met him, the brother, as a married
Yes.
and married dad? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So then, at what point did like they start calling you Auntie Kayla?
I don't know that they've ever called me.
Oh,
they're
okay.
older, so his niece and nephew are both in college.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
Okay, so you're barely an aunt. You have
Yes.
very little authority.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your peers.
They were like 8 and 10, I think, when I met them.
Okay.
For the
Yeah.
first time. So
Yeah. So they're like, so yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then when John met your family, what's kind of your family dynamic like?
Oh goodness. Wild.
Yeah. Yep. I asked because I knew the answer.
You've had the pleasure of meeting some of my family members before, so we're all really close. We do a lot of things together. Like to play games. We're very family oriented.
Okay.
Extended family, not quite as much, but we
Yeah.
do have some extended family that we, like my grandma, my aunt, that we spend quite a bit of time with. So,
And
yeah.
how many siblings do you have?
I have an older brother and a younger sister.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
And are they people that like you kind of get feedback from, and you're like, okay, so what do you think about this guy? Like, do we like him? Or are you just like, this is my partner and you can say whatever you want, I don't care?
I definitely take their opinion into consideration, but they're
Okay.
they're also not the people who are like, oh my gosh, get rid of him,
Sure.
or oh my gosh, I love him. Right.
As speaking for your 6-year relationship that lasted too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I should retract that a little bit. My sister did say right out of the gate, like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I
Sure.
don't like him. He's not good for you. But she was the only one.
And 6 years prior to, I mean, that would have been, you would have been a teenager, so you're not listening to
yes.
anybody at that point
Correct.
anyway. So,
And
yeah.
I think that's a big reason why, like, especially my parents didn't say anything. And I want to say my brother was already out of the house when I started dating him.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So your siblings liked him right away. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
were like, okay, cool. Like, lock this guy down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they didn't say it in that way. But yes,
Yeah.
he fit into my family pretty well.
Okay.
Right out of the gate.
He's a very, like, even-tempered. Like,
Yes.
I would say you both are like fairly, I mean, unless it's hockey season, you're also a
Yeah.
pretty even-tempered person. So I couldn't imagine like I couldn't imagine like a flappable John. Like I feel like he's just like an unflappable person.
It's pretty unflappable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
did
he
you
gets riled up from time to time, but
Right.
it's not a common occurrence.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you have the kids conversation, the like where we're gonna live conversation, all of
Hmm.
that like earlier on, or was that kind of
Yeah, I mean, not the living situation because we were doing the apart thing.
hmm
I think fairly early on, he had talked about wanting to come up to St. Cloud,
hmm
because it fit into his schooling
Sure.
plan. Um, but we neither of us wanted kids.
Okay.
So,
I don't think I knew that about you. That's
hmm
interesting. Okay.
yep.
And is what was kind of the motivation for that? Was that like you just are like my life is complete without it, or you're just kind of both just like I like the freedom, or
It was a combination of both. Like, we both really enjoy travel,
hmm
and like it's really expensive,
yeah.
and there are like, I don't know, so many decisions around having kids and just
hmm
like both of our fields. So he's a nurse.
hmm
And I don't want to speak for him either, but I think he saw some things that, you know, it's pretty scary having kids, just all the things that can happen
Yeah.
to them. I don't have to say that to you because you're a parent, so you know. And then for me, I was working, when we met, I was working in a residential treatment facility for
hmm
kiddos, and I love kids.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. I
Yeah.
love working with kids. I just didn't think I would have the capacity to work with them all day in such an intentional way and then come home and be intentional for the rest of my
Yeah.
evening. Like, not that I'm not an intentional person otherwise, but
But that, yeah,
it
I
was
know.
just, yeah, it was just like one of those things where I was like, I'm not sure that I want to sign up for that. Like,
Right.
if it were to happen, I don't think I'd be like mad about it.
Sure.
But
But
I'm
you're
not
not
gonna like
actively seeking it
plan.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the chef who makes delicious meals for everybody all day long, and then you come home and you're eating a bag of Doritos. Like
Yeah.
it's exactly that, where it's like, no,
Yep.
I don't want to think about food, maybe on occasion, but for the most part, no.
Yes.
So
Or
yeah,
the
that's
massage therapist who
yes.
doesn't massage their
Yes.
spouse. Yes.
Yes. People ask me like your house must be full of amazing furniture, and it's like, no,
No.
there's everything has a dollar sign, friend.
Yeah.
No, I'll sell it. I'll make
Yep.
it and sell it and fall in love with something else.
Exactly.
So, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
so were you like was it refreshing for you to hear that like because when you know that about yourself that
Hmm.
you're just like I don't want to do this parenting journey and he
Yeah.
also didn't want to do that like you didn't have to have the like, okay, now who wins essentially like
Yeah, the pressure of it.
yeah.
Because that you hear that sometimes where somebody bends because they want to appease their
Mhm.
spouse or they're like really on the fence about it. And sometimes it turns out really well and sometimes it doesn't so much.
Right.
So I think it was the lack of pressure
Yeah.
to like, oh, I want to be with somebody who wants to have kids
Yeah.
and be a mom. Like,
Yeah.
that felt really nice not to have that on my shoulders.
Yeah. It's also like now that you say that I'm sure you are a natural caretaking person, but
Hmm.
I guess I would never really, not that I could never see you as a mom, but it's like, I, yeah, you just kind of, you put a period at the end of that sentence and it was like, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a lot of fur babies.
Yes, yes, you do.
Yes. And a
Um,
little nephew who is,
yes.
oh my God, he's so adorable and so sweet and fun. Yeah.
So you guys kind of, I don't want to say convoluted, that's not the appropriate word, but it does feel a little bit like with like the kind of home journey that you've gone on. You guys, so you got married in the last 2 years and then you also were remodeling a house and doing all of this stuff. So
Yeah.
kind of like how has that kind of journey gone over the last 10 years?
Oh goodness.
Because you moved
Well,
in together after 4.
yes.
And did you found a mutual place together or did he move in with you or you move in with him?
We found a place together.
Okay.
So he had accepted a job in the ICU at St. Cloud Hospital.
Okay.
His plan was to apply for CRNA school,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to have experience in the ICU first. So
Okay.
moved up, we're 2.5 blocks from the hospital, so
Yeah.
that's like how we found our space. It had not been updated, I think, since like the early 90s. So like we're talking carpet in the kitchen.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Why?
I
Why would anyone ever? But yeah.
you're asking the wrong person because I have no idea. It's so gross. Anyway,
Ugh.
so yeah, we tore. Well, when I say we, John started the renovation
And
portion
this
of
was a
that.
house that you purchased?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Yep.
bought it together.
He bought it.
Okay.
I moved in
Okay.
with him.
Yes.
Technically, but we moved
Yeah,
into
you
it at
found
the
it
same
together.
time.
He bought the
Yeah.
house, and then you guys moved in.
Yep.
And you're doing this whole renovation. Okay.
Yep. So tore it down to the studs, new insulation,
Wow.
new wiring, light fixtures, floors. Took out a couple walls, put in a beam, so that because they had like an attached garage, and then they made that into like their second living room,
Okay.
and so there was a structural wall that we wanted to take out so
Sure.
that you could see the living room from the kitchen, so it was just
Yep.
like a bigger open space. So John had a beam put in for that,
And your family, like everybody is fairly handy. Like I assume you're doing a lot of this work kind of by yourself. And so are you like,
John is handy.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you're living there through the renovation and you're
Yep.
just, okay, you're into it. And what pets did you have at this point?
So when we moved in together, I had a cat and he had
Okay.
a dog,
Okay.
Copper and Lewis.
Yes.
Yep. They have both since passed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was 2019, end of 2019, and then beginning of 2020.
Okay.
And then we got Meep,
Yes.
a cat.
Meep. I feel like if
yes.
Meep is just like a bright-eyed,
Oh gosh, she's so
bushy-tailed.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a black cat. Well, she's really brown if you look at her in the sun,
Yeah.
but she's very fluffy, and her like outer coat is black, and then she has these like really intense green eyes.
Yes. Yes. Like I feel like Wednesday Addams, like just
Yeah.
like very, yeah.
Those are really good. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like description of her in general.
Yeah. Yes. Where you're like, ooh, Meep.
Yes.
Yeah.
She can be very sweet, but most
Yes.
of the time she's like, I don't know, a little bit like, I know what I like,
Yeah.
and it's not you right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She likes
And
to
then-
greet people,
Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Mm-hmm. And then, what is the dog that you just got? Or that you-
Maddie.
Yes.
So
yes.
Maddie's a
Vizsla?
she's a chocolate lab.
Oh,
Or
the-
Copper was
Copper
a
was the
Vizsla.
Vizsla. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So Maddie's a chocolate lab. We got her 6 months after Meep, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we got her February 2021, I think. Yeah.
And are these utilitarian animals because John is a hunter? Or are they like, they're just purely just domestic, they get to be off duty?
So John did train her to bird hunt,
Okay.
but he hasn't taken her hunting yet. Grad school and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she knows how to point. That's like in her, but she also knows how to retrieve. I don't know
Okay.
how well she would do like when she got it because she loves like she's very food driven. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure how that would go, but yeah.
So you are doing the home renovation. You've got the animals that are kind of, coming and going, living and then moving on and all of
Yep.
that. And then pandemic. Okay. So then how did that, I mean, I suppose with the intentionality of your relationship and just the being together and the communication and all of that kind of stuff, I can't imagine, and maybe this is just purely me looking from the outside in and being like, yeah, of course John and Kayla got it. They're just two like super chill people. Was there a point in the pandemic that you were like, John, I need space? Or were you just like, no, this is just like everything is chill?
I mean, so to be fully honest, like not a lot of our lives changed.
Sure.
Like for a lot of people, they were really stuck at home. But being that I own my own practice, there wasn't anybody else in my office.
Sure.
Nobody else wanted to come in, so I spent a month at home, and then doing online, and then went to the office
Sure.
every day.
Sure.
So, I
And he's in,
he's in the ICU,
yeah, so
so
he's
he
a-
was
yeah.
going to work like normal.
was there like a level of like fear in the early days that you were like, when it was like, we don't know what this is like or what?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean, there's the fact that like he's being exposed, and so what does that mean for us in our home, and then being around other people outside. We had the farm, so that was really nice that we could still like
Sure.
see family in an outside space. Yeah, I think early on there was that like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
this could be really bad.
And
But
then-
not to the point where it was like, well, we'll get there if that happens. Like,
Right.
We'll figure out what to do. If
Right.
that,
We don't have
if it
enough
happens.
information to freak out about this yet, so we'll just,
Yep.
okay. But
Yep.
then I would imagine there is that extra level of like, being that he's someone who's like right there on the front lines where it's like now you have to be intentional about who you hang out with
Oh,
then
yes.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a whole different, I like don't have anyone in the medical field in my life, so it was, I mean, it's like, okay, so I'll just go to this, like you interact with people and maybe you get it, maybe you don't, but it wasn't a
Right.
part of like, he was going in and he was there.
Yep. I mean, then of course they have all the
Right.
PPE or whatever it's called, the protections, but they also didn't know,
Right.
what exactly, how exactly people,
Yeah.
or how to protect people from it, right? So
Yeah.
there was that piece, but I mean, I think the hardest part was just watching him, like hearing the things that he had gone through in his day, and like hearing what other people had gone through in losing people, and knowing that he's seeing that
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Not every day, but every day that he works,
Yeah.
he's pretty much, that's
Yeah.
what he's going
Dealing
through.
with it. So, and at this point you had his house and then that you guys were the one, your house, but the one like his house, because then didn't you something with like your grandma's house or?
Yeah, so the year, actually a week before we got married, we moved
Yes.
into my grandmother's house.
Yes.
Thank goodness for her. Oh my gosh. I don't know what, we would have been living in our camper with no bathroom, I think, if it weren't for her. So yeah, we moved into her house because the kitchen was the last thing we tore out.
Yes.
And I was like, we can't eat out every meal, like that doesn't work. So yeah. moved
So
into
how long did the
grandma's.
renovation of your house take?
He started tearing stuff out 6 months in.
Sure.
And that was like the basement, so we didn't really, I mean, our washer and dryer is down there, but we
Yeah.
didn't really use it for much, so that I didn't notice as much.
Right. Until it came down to the kitchen, you were like,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
So, and how, like, so John would still be going in and like renovating the kitchen and doing all of that kind of work and then come back to home with grandma and
Yep.
then get back out, go to work, go back to it the next day.
Yep. He was actually at grad school at that, like he had gotten accepted into grad school. Oh wow. Okay, so he proposed in November.
And now what was, because you had said that you were like, we don't need to necessarily like sign any legal documents or
Yeah.
whatever. So did you have the conversation where you were like, okay, I give you permission to like want to propose to me? And was he also a person who was like, maybe I don't need to get married, but then just something like you got a little older and you were like, no, maybe we do want this, or kind of what was that marriage journey like?
I mean, we had conversations about it throughout our relationship, and I kind of just left that piece up to him because of
Sure.
like when you have businesses, and my family situation is a little bit more complicated because we have family businesses, and so feeling like maybe there's not as much control, and so I just kind of left that in his court of like, know that I want to,
Yeah.
and like I still love you and want to be with you even
Right.
if we never officially get married.
Yeah.
You know, we were acting like a married couple.
Right.
Pretty much, I mean, like, I don't know, probably like a year or two in,
Yeah.
you know, and then moving in together, obviously. So I'd say even more strongly from that point on. So there wasn't like a follow-up conversation where we're like, oh yeah, now is a good time.
Sure. Just if it happens.
Totally took me off guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did he propose?
Okay, so when we moved in together, I had asked if we could do a family Christmas card. I've always wanted to do one of those, like just with our pets.
Yeah.
And he just was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while he like plans things that are a surprise. So he's like, okay, don't plan anything for this Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I was like, could I have a little bit more information? Like, it's cold out. Like, are we gonna be
Yes.
inside, outside?
Do I need to find a pet sitter?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
do I need to dress up, or is this like, you know, we're gonna be digging holes? Like, I don't know. Could be getting dirty. Do I need to be warm?
Yeah.
And he was like, you need to like dress nice, but dress warm.
Okay.
I'm like, okay,
Done.
I can do that.
Yep. Any idea?
clue
And
at
this
this
is something that he like doesn't do all the time, but he has occasionally been like, I'm planning something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of know what to expect. This is
Right.
something that John occasionally does, so I'm just along for the ride.
Yep. I thought maybe like we were going down to the cities. Like sometimes we really both enjoy musicals and music, and so I thought, well, maybe he's taking me down to the cities for a
Yeah.
concert or something, and maybe it's like, you know, we have to walk there or whatever. So that's what I had in mind. And then he's like getting the cat and the dog, he's getting Meep and Maddie
Yeah.
loaded into the car. And I'm like,
Okay.
now I'm stumped. Like I don't know. Okay. So maybe it's maybe we're dropping them off somewhere,
Yeah.
or maybe it's a park, like we're taking them having a picnic or something outside. So I'm still thinking like we're going out in the city's area.
Do you, when these situations are happening, are you like, John, tell me something? Or are you just like, oh, okay. And then you just like get in the car.
I
Like,
just usually get I want to know what I need to wear,
yep.
so that I'm not like shaking outside,
Yep.
freezing, or sweating my butt off. So I want to know what I should wear, and if like I need to look a certain way because I don't want to show up to like a nice fancy
Yeah.
concert in
Yeah.
like
Farm wear.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, and my hair up in a messy bun. Like
Uh-huh.
so those are pretty much my only questions, or like if I need to pack any food or things
Yeah.
like that. 'Cause-
Will there be food there is
Yeah,
my primary
I get
question.
hangry,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
food is necessary.
Yes.
So yeah,
Other
I
than
don't.
that, you're like,
I try
oh,
not to pry too much.
okay.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would just be like, too many questions. Where are the pets going? What am I ever going to see
Yeah.
them again? Do I like, yeah, as much, for as much as I think I like surprises, I am just like, no, I would be
Yeah.
so obnoxious.
Yeah. In my head, I am like, okay, we're bringing the pets. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure it out in my head. It's kind of like a puzzle. Or a
Okay.
game, which
Okay.
is fun.
So as you're going through this and you're like, okay, now the pets are here.
Yep.
So,
I'm like,
okay.
that's interesting.
Okay.
I'm still thinking we're heading down to the cities.
Yeah. That's what you've got in your brain. And,
Yep.
Yep.
I'm like,
Brain's seeking
fancy
confirmation.
clothes, like fancy-ish clothes.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going to the cities. Okay. And then we turn the opposite way of the cities towards the farm.
Okay.
And that's when I'm like, oh, are we doing pictures?
Yes,
Like,
we're finally taking our
doing
family.
pictures. And I'm like so excited. I don't think I had said that to him in the car. I was just like,
I know what
in my head. I'm
I
like,
see you. Yeah.
I see what we're doing. Like, this is awesome. And I'm just stoked.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm finally getting the Christmas
Yes.
card that I want. Yeah.
Okay.
And we pull up to the farm, and the photographer's already there. So I'm
Oh.
like,
So you were right.
I was
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
then you like the pets are just like they hop out, Meep's in her little bubble backpack.
Yep.
Okay. And everyone's just like, and you're so jacked, you're so ready to
Yep.
go. And is this like family pictures like your whole family is there, or is it
Nope,
just like
it's just John and
okay.
I. Yep,
Okay.
just our little family of 4.
yeah.
Yep. So we go, and the alpacas. Like we had
Of
many
course.
pictures with the alpacas.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I think we had put the pets away in the car, and we were in with the alpacas taking some pictures there. And
Okay.
Maddie might have been with us, or maybe Meep was in the. Anyway, we were taking pictures with the alpacas, and then went by the farm, and she's like, "I just want to take a couple of just the 2 of you."
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool.
And did the photographer, in hindsight, did the photographer know?
Yes.
Okay.
She
So
was aware.
Okay.
Yep. I was the only one who didn't know. Actually, that's not true. Nobody
Meep
else
probably
knew.
didn't know.
Meep didn't know.
Yeah.
Maddie doesn't care. Actually,
Yeah.
it's probably the other way around. Maddie's just
Yeah.
like, cool, we're going
Yeah.
on more adventures. Meep loves her bubble bag,
Yes.
so she would
yes.
love adventures too. But
So, okay, photographer's like, okay, let's go over here. We're going to take some pictures, just the 2 of you.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's just like, walk away from me, looking at each other, towards that line of pine trees. I'm like, cool, like, because it's just a beautiful spot.
Yes.
It's my family farm. It's right behind the barn.
The elk are howling in the background.
Yeah.
What do elk
Bugling.
do? Bugling? Yes.
Terrifying. If you hear it at night, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then we're like walking, and then all of a sudden he stopped. I was like, what are you doing? Like, we're supposed to be walking and
Yeah.
talking to
You're
each
not
other.
doing what she said.
Yeah. And so then he got down on one knee.
And you were
I was
shocked.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
are we
I
tying
think
your
I
shoe?
actually said, like, are you serious? Because I was so in shock
Yes.
that he was actually proposing to me. I was like, I must be dreaming. this
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did he have the ring and everything?
Mhm.
So he went shopping, he picked it all out? Wow.
Yep. My sister was the only one who knew because
Okay.
he thought she would know what my ring size was.
Sure.
So,
And what your type was, your like style of ring that you wanted. Because I would imagine at this point you hadn't had the conversation about like, this is what I like, or this is whatever.
no. And
Okay.
I'm not a big jewelry person. Like, I wear stud earrings and I don't change them very often.
Yeah.
Like, and then I have one ring that's for my grandma that I wear every day, and maybe every once in a while I'll wear a necklace. But other than that, like, he didn't have much to go off
Yeah.
of. So,
Okay.
Yes,
And
so
you,
my
of
sister
course, are like, yes, of course I would marry you.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yep, it was an immediate. Well, after the "Are you serious?" Like,
Yes.
is this for real?
Yeah. Pinching myself.
Yes, pinching myself. It was very quick. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then immediately after that, your family, like, you tell everyone we're engaged. Like, your sister obviously knew. Did your sister keep it a secret from everybody else?
Yes, she did. She's
Okay.
very good at keeping secrets.
Oh, man. That I would be.
It eats her alive.
Yes.
But she's
that's-
really good at it.
I would give in to that feeling. I would be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to tell you something and you can't
Yeah.
tell anybody. But John is about to propose to Kayla right now.
Yeah, she was waiting by the phone. I think
Okay.
because I had texted her something before that, like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm so excited," or "I have a surprise," or something like that, and then I didn't say anything after that, but it was something completely unrelated.
Oh my God.
And so she
she's.
was just like losing her mind about
Yes.
it.
Like, does she know?
Mhm.
Which also, like, good on her for keeping her mouth shut
Yes.
and not saying anything.
Right?
Because, yeah. Oh, I like what? And what was your surprise?
I would have been
Just
like, "Congratulations!" And
Yeah.
she didn't say anything. She was just like waiting for me to do the thing. So,
Wow.
mhm.
Okay. So she kept her mouth shut, and that was wonderful. And then you had a how long of your engagement?
Let's see. Yeah, so we were engaged in November,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were married in August.
Okay. So not quite a year.
Mm-mm.
And
Yep.
so what was your like as you're going through like the hit list of like I have to have this at my wedding, I have to
Mhm.
have like what was kind of your as you're going through the process like I mean you really hadn't really planned on not that you were planning or weren't planning or whatever, but you were like, okay, now we're planning this wedding in 10 months.
Right. We
So-
had 4 months to plan it. At that time, we didn't know John had gotten into grad school.
Sure.
So he got accepted into grad school. He got the notification the day before my birthday in March, so
Okay.
beginning of March. And I was like, okay, our options are wait 3.5 years,
Right.
4 years to get married,
Mm-hmm.
plan a wedding while he's in grad school.
Right. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Or plan a wedding in 4 months.
Okay.
And so that's what we did.
Okay. And so as you're going through, your wedding was at the farm.
Yep.
Because your family they kind of renovated the farm and made it like a venue. That's kind of
Yep.
your plan, one of
Yep.
the many businesses.
And it was already renovated for my brother.
Yes,
He had gotten
that's right.
married there.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it's all pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Beautiful space.
Yeah.
Super lucky there.
Well, I think years before we had taken fake wedding pictures with you
Yes.
as a stylized wedding
Yep.
shoot at the farm. So I'm familiar with how beautiful
Yes.
that space
Thank you.
is. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you planned your wedding, you get married, and then it's like, okay, now off to doing grad school stuff.
Yep.
And how did life change?
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of stress that comes with school. It's he goes year round. I think, like, I actually got to see him more the first year and a half because he was doing classes, and when he worked at the hospital, he was working nights.
Sure.
And so it would be like high bye, like in the morning, and high bye at night when
Yeah.
he was headed to work. So that part was really nice. We got to have dinner together every day. So that was awesome. I think the biggest thing was just like living not in my own home, right?
Sure.
Like, that was probably the weirdest part, I
Yeah.
guess, as far as like change goes.
Yeah.
And that he was studying like every second
Yes.
of the day.
To be an anesthesiologist.
Yeah, and well, nurse anesthetist.
Oh, yes. Yes. Nurse anesthetist.
Yes.
Which is,
Really hard to say.
yeah, yes, and big brain stuff that it's like, I don't want to be responsible for
goodness.
keeping someone alive
Yeah.
or not. So,
Hovering. They're
yeah,
hovering.
yes.
Ugh.
Yikes. So, between the, like, I mean, you've been together for 10 years. What would you say is kind of your, like, the glue? What is the, like, what's holding you guys together? Other than just being the chillest people that I could imagine.
Like, well, love, obviously.
Right.
And like a genuine, like, we genuinely care and like each other. I think that helps. And we have common goals.
Sure.
I think that's really important. Like, that you have a vision of what you want your life to be each day, and then like what you want your life to be years to come. And we're on the same page about that. And we have conversations about it often. I think that helps.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if all of a sudden he was just be like, you know what, I really think I want to move to Alaska, like, something completely out of character, like, if you're constantly having the conversations and constantly checking in, it's not like all of a sudden out of the blue something's going to happen. It's like
Right.
you're checking in regularly and okay.
He does throw that at me every once in a while. Not
Yeah.
that specifically, but Bayfield. Let's move out to
Okay.
Bayfield.
Okay.
I'm just like, alpacas, John.
Yeah.
Alpacas.
Yes. Yes. My heart is here with the alpacas and
He's
the
like, we
elk.
can bring them with. I'm like, I don't think that's happening.
So are you guys kind of committed to like this is going to be your home for the foreseeable future?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And Bayfield is what, just his heart lies in Bayfield for whatever reason?
He's a country boy. He likes to be
Okay.
outside. He likes low population. He
Okay.
likes the woods. He
Okay.
likes water. And we definitely enjoy being outside. So,
Mm-hmm.
and my family has a cabin up in Bayfield.
Okay.
So it's very peaceful up there. And
Sure.
so it's nice to like kind of dream about being in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
sometimes.
Okay. And so then is that something that you're like you can go to the cabin and that is enough to fill his dreams of low population cup?
Yeah, I think, we want to move out to the country at some point. Not like up, but like,
Sure.
my family's from Cold Spring.
Sure.
And the farm's in Cold Spring.
Sure.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
So I think, probably moving out that direction rather than living in town.
Sure.
And I think that would be good.
That's kind of
enough. Yeah.
the next like
Mhm.
kind of change on the horizon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And we enjoy living in town, but it is like
Yeah.
we have houses literally all around us.
Yeah.
So, and we have a dog, so if we want to let her run, it's driving her to the farm or walking
Sure.
her to the park. So,
Sure.
yeah, it'd be nice to have some more space at some point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all like I think that's probably the perfect place to kind of wrap it up where
Yeah.
it's like you guys it's very like a steady relationship
Mhm.
and you know what to expect from each other and
For
that's
the most part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Until he's like wear warm clothes,
Yes.
I'm taking you away somewhere.
Yep.
What's if you had to pick like the most romantic date that he
Oh,
has
goodness.
planned for you? Would it be the proposal or is it like has he
Yeah, I think so. He's, like I said, he's planned quite a few things. And I got him once. I got to surprise him one time.
okay.
But yeah, I think that just like the thought he put into it and like he knew he knew the place I would want it to happen.
Yeah.
Having my animals all around.
Mm-hmm.
I love fall. It's my favorite time of year. So like he very much knows me and like
Yeah.
took all those things into consideration. So, and then we got food afterwards. And,
Oh
like,
gosh,
and
yes.
food. You want me to do something? Offer me food.
highly food motivated. Yes.
Just like Maddie.
Yes.
Give me food. Yeah. So he
Well.
checked all the boxes on that one. So
Well, perfect. I
Yeah.
can't wait. If he listens to this and he feels like he needs to rebut anything, he is welcome to have his own solo
I
episode.
gave him the option. No, I'll let him know that.
Yes. Yeah. If he's like, no, she got it all wrong. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I am thrilled to have you. I'm
Thank you.
excited that I get to call you. Well, I'm thrilled that I get to call you a friend. Excited to
Yes.
have you on the podcast.
Thank you so
and
much. Me
yeah,
too.
yeah, you
Yes.
are one of the gems of human beings
Oh,
that I get to
I feel
have
the
in my
same
circle.
way about you.
Well,
thank you so
of
much.
course. Well, thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for listening to the Love Story Podcast. You can subscribe to the show and you can follow us at the Love Story Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.